Hello, I'm Juan Cedreno. I'm the only person working in this project at the moment. Here's kind of like my file structure at the moment in MVC, controllers for the facades and the session manager. For the models, I have the books type of item, it's inherently. The users, and we have a couple. This is my abstract class, same as this. Here my util. My util at the moment is just the book factory. I might add more if I need them. And my view, which is what you will see in a moment when I wrote my code here. So the view, it's kind of what you look in here. I'm using JavaFX, which helps me get this pop-up window. I think it was better than the terminal display. I'm just learning how to do it at the moment. So there is two types of login. You can either do a Librarian login, which is hard code as Librarian's username and password when 123, and this is a unique login. At the moment, you can only search books, sadly. I have to implement more in my next sprint. These 4 books I hard coded in just for testing, so this is right. Um, that's all Ryan can do at the moment. You can also log out, and let's try with the user login now. So first of all, you gotta for the users, you gotta register an account first. So if you try to do something that doesn't exist, it says in here invalid login. However, if you register first and then log in, it works. You notice that my system already can tell the difference between Librarian and users because the welcome message is different. Only the Librarian login has a different message in here. Everything else is just welcome and the username you put in. And same as Librarian, you can only search these books for now. I intend to modify this page later on and add more functionality like renting and adding books. Same for the Librarian. So that's kind of what I have for now in functionality. I do have my bases in. That's what I wanted to get this week. The pop-up window working since I didn't know how to do it before, and kind of getting the basis of the code. I think I did a good job at that. Now, the questions. How does your design support what you're trying to provide with your application? Well, I really like the MVC design I kind of put in because it's way more organized this way more than anything. My controllers, which are my facades, is how the user will interact with the system. This is not that useful right now because I don't have that much functionality, but I have the bases in. I put some comments in there. I have the bases in, and I'm gonna use this a lot when adding core functionality such as buying books or librarians adding books to the store directly. The session manager is something I had to do in order to get the pop-up window working. It's kind of important control as well. So the models is like we learned in class, just all the items we are gonna interact with. I divide it in books because it's the main item of this library, which is subtypes and such, as well as the type of users. And obviously the library system itself, which the users, what type of users interact with to interact with the books. My util again is use a factory. My view is kind of how it looks, how it shows. I think this design is very good. This OOD design is very useful for my library system since you pretty much work with different items or persons and think about how to interact with the system. About my patterns so far, it's inherited the factory. My library system is a singleton. The single the reason why I make this a singleton it's because I don't want any duplicates. I kind of commented out of any there. There should only be one instance of library. I'm gonna try to make this so it doesn't get deleted every time you close the application. Sadly, it does now because I haven't set up the database. I haven't figured out how to include. I intend to include my solo queue, but once I have it, if it's a singleton, it should always be like the same store every time you close and open the app. I also naturally include the facades because since facades divide what functionality those certain type of user can do, I think it's very important here because clients cannot do some stuff that librarians should be able to do. Like clients, well, they can buy and rent books, and they should not be able to add books directly to the library. And they both should be able to search books though. So I think Facado's pretty nicely here since he divides their responsibilities very well. And those three patterns are the ones I have for now. And as for changes, it was mainly my scope. I wanted to add some core functionality for this first sprint, but since I'm new to Java and Java FX, um, yeah, Java FX, I struggle a lot trying just to get the window working, to be honest, for what I have now. Now I have it down, so I should be fine to add more functionality. Mm, Something I did change is I don't think I have very good use for the Book Factory yet. So Librarian and Book Factory are not really related. Even though in my project file I thought the Librarian will use the factory, it's not now because again it's hard coded at the moment for testing. What's left to do in project? As I said before, several core functionalities. And what we talked about before, I would like to make the client able to rent buy books, and this will delete them from the inventory. And also I specified about contracts before in project 5. So when the contract it's out, the book should automatically return to the library. For the librarian, he should be able to delete books directly from inventory. Maybe they just got messy or something. You can't use them anymore. And add books as well, which they should use the book factory for. Um, and yes, so that's will be about it. So for that, as wait a second, let me put the code again. Let's say librarian 123. Oh, never mind then. Let's use the user who has a password. Yeah. Um, this is gonna add a filter, so you can say like make it by gender, or make it by, as I say, I have many types of comic book. Maybe you can just look all the comic books and then sort the comic books by superhero. I think I already add that a little bit. Yeah, so this is special to comic books. All of these subtypes have something special about them. Maybe sort them by that. I have to figure out how to display that in sort order yet. And that will be about it. Just improve the search and, and add some core functionality as well. Well, this is my break for now. Uh, Thank you.